All I keep hearing is this person wants to know why you left them on red or didn't message them back. It's interesting energy because I feel this could be a pretty healthy connection. Like, this person and you have been talking for a while. A while. It may have not gone too far, but they really like you. And this is very different energy than a lot of the times I channel. My friend, I think this person's good for you, and that scares you. I'm only doing this because you guys know, like, you've done so much work on ridding people that aren't deserving of you. You're so used to people that aren't deserving of you, and it's not discrediting anybody's worth. It's just a law of attraction thing. And remember, your self-worth was a big credit to the type of individuals you were attracting in. Until you loved yourself a certain amount, you weren't going to attract a frequency of people that were going to love you correctly. But this is something you fixed. The perception of yourself is altered, so all of the people that you're going to feel an actual connection to now, and it extend even beyond that, it turns into a person who's also, their actions align with their words and the feelings. That's really a new energy for you here. And I feel you almost like kind of like stuttering over your words, or feeling the pre-workout effect but not wanting to awaken to it. If you're energetically aligned to this reading and all of these facts I'm stating about what's going on in your life like are aligning, if you're not making it fit, this person is good for you. And I think because of how much you recognize that subconsciously, the ego part of you is trying to look for anything to be a red flag. Let's dive further into this. They want to know why you left them on red or didn't message them back, didn't press send. Okay. Well, they definitely are like, I don't care how long it takes for them to message me back. I will be persistent. Like, what I mean is, this person's healthy. They respect your boundaries. They're not going to blow up your phone. They are somebody that's like, you're worth double texting though. I'm not going to sit here and blow your phone up, but I'm not going to let my pride stop me from showing you how much I care about you. I will text you 1 or twice or maybe even 3 times in a row. I'm not going to blow up your phone, but I am going to show you I accept and cherish who you are. And I'm worth being vulnerable for. You are worth being vulnerable for, and I can feel that within myself. I want to be vulnerable for you through strength. And the energy I pull with this as well is they're like, they don't care how long it takes you to message them back. When you message them back, they will message you back. They will still be persistent. You've inspired a deep amount of growth out of them, more than you realize. This person and you really was slow and steady wins the race. And things are picking up now. That's why your ego has closed you away. For a lot of you here, there were other parties involved, so meaning there could have been other people that you were talking to or were still getting over. Collective takes what resonates. And you were realizing, well, this person's really healthy and I don't want to break their heart. You're like, this is weird energy for me. Yeah, you're like, I've transformed. Like, I still have other parts of myself that I'm afraid if they know, they won't accept me anymore. I got to figure out why there's still parts of myself, not necessarily you're learning to accept. You love and accept these parts, but why you still have fear attached to trust with these parts of your life. This person accepts you completely for who you are. A humongous thing you've done for them is inspire them to be themselves. They've never had somebody that just like let them take up as much space when you two hang out. And it's not like you're letting them, but you know what I'm trying to say? Like, you don't belittle them. You're curious. You like when they talk. You like when they express. When you're together, everything's great. So that's exactly why they're like, why haven't they messaged me back? What did I do wrong? I mean, they're definitely, they're human. So they are taking maybe blame for things that they shouldn't, because this is a good person and they don't point the finger outwardly. This is a person for a long part of their life. They even would take ownership of things that wasn't their fault. So they are transforming as we speak, you know, trusting like, I don't know what I could have done wrong. So this person, meaning you, must just be going through some things and I gotta let them work through it. But I'm not prideful when it comes to this. Like, when you reach out, I am going to message you back because you're different. You're not like other people I've ever met. Spirit stating this person, you have a choice. This is a connection that really can transcend. But you have the choice to challenge your parasite head on. Laugh in the face of the parasite and say, I accept this challenge. You're not going to stop me from loving, from receiving the sweets. The sweet love or dynamic I've always knew was intertwined within me. Dragons are speaking with you. I was deeply called to use this oracle deck and I haven't in a very long time. So dragons, and the colors green, blue, and orange are following you. Spirit's telling you to stand up to the parasite. This person is an activator in your life. But choose to understand that if you go further with this person, they will fall deeper and deeper with you. Do you remember the purity of this person's heart no matter what they've been through? If you choose to go forward with this person, understand you do have the ability to break their heart. Don't start getting into something serious if this is something you see as fun or you really need things to take a slow space and you don't communicate that and you just ghost them or etc. It's not matching the frequency they're actually sending you. They're giving you. This person needs communication, and if you're somebody that's like, I like this person, but I don't want to get in a relationship anytime soon, you need to communicate that to them. There's going to be this healthy boundary you guys are able to establish, or if you're wanting to state, you know, I really do like you, but I'm fucking scared. You know, like, you give me a lot of things I've always been manifesting, and I never thought about how it would be once I have it, how it would feel, so I've needed, like, time to kind of, like, separate and like feel that, and my parasite or my ego not trying to find red flags that aren't there. It's healthy. So what Spirit's stating is, if you choose to be with this person, make sure you know that it's not that you're going to stay forever, because you don't know that stuff at the beginning. Make sure you're committed to staying in communication and getting on a healthy boundary. If they're wanting a deep relationship and you're not, then you guys have some conversations to have from there. Don't leave this person in limbo though, because they are high frequency. They're not like other people. Beautiful. We're going to use that one more deck and see what Spirit says. Like, this person's part of your spiritual alchemy. Everybody performs spiritual alchemy, no matter if you're if you know it or not, because spiritual alchemy is transformation. It is transmuting one energy for another. It is going into inner child healing. It is something that is organic and spiritual people and individuals who are light workers, who are earth angels. So, what further guidance does Spirit have about this connection? It's smooth, it's glidey. They're saying you did manifest this person into your life. They want you to know that if you were to it's interesting energy, because really all I keep hearing is you may, with this dynamic, not at least giving it a shot, you would probably end up wondering if you would probably go back and be like, maybe I should have done things differently. I'm not sitting here telling you that you regret it and you would never find anybody else, blah, blah, blah. No, but there is an energy here that's like, Matt, you gotta let them know that this person really does accept them for who they are. This person's different. They have patience. And it's only your own fears or worries that can make this manifestation cut off. Remember, this person, even though they have patience and etc., like, they know their worth too. So there would be a cutting off point in a sense of like not being patient with each other. But if you continue to ghost this person or like not give their words credit, there would be a cutoff in their energy. And that's the only way you can manifest this person out. That's what they want you to know. The only way you can manifest this person out of your life is if you turn into somebody you're not. And you feed into what the parasite is trying to make you do. If you became like the others who had hurt you, but that's not in your fiber, in your being. And remember, giving this a chance, that looks different for everybody. For some of you, that might just mean going to the next level of talking. It doesn't have to mean going into a relationship. But there is balance within your dynamic, and Spirit's encouraging this person for you to go forward with. Remember not to make things fit. I mean, you literally, this person will have had to treat you differently than really a lot of individuals you've ever been with. This person, it's good for you to know this. They do fight back and forth with wondering if they're reading the signs about you correctly, or if you just don't see them as something more than a casual connection or a hookup, etc. They battle their own insecurities and wondering if they're reading it how you like them. This is a really good person. This is very new. Like, it's not new energy I'm channeling. I'm still channeling for my collectives. But this has to be a really new dynamic in your life. Or somebody that you took a long time of slow and steady wins the race to get to know. To even get to this part where you two ended up being intimate or spending more time together. To the point where there's an understanding of, yeah, this person, things can go further with. This is a person I'm going to start bringing far more into my life. If we go down the path any further. Their energy is sweet. I feel a lot of matching, even more than like PG-13. But this person, you guys would match each other's healthy sexual desires, if you will. There's no judgment within this dynamic. Spirit needs to remind you, this is not somebody that has to be a one that got away. This person really accepts you already all for who you are. That's why it feels so different. That's why you're acting different than things you've done in the past. That's why your heart feels so high vibrational tempo, but not these crazy fireworks and butterfly and just almost like having a high, if you will. There's a difference between passion and feeling like, oh, I'm love drunk or whatever, versus like you meet this person and it's all this high tempo and almost anxiety inducing type of lust or feeling that's keeping you pulled together, and it's toxic. There's a total difference with that versus like, I can feel me becoming just one with you and love drunk, if that makes sense. This is a connection that I'm just feeling that it's almost like one of those ones where there won't be any right time for me to cut the reading off. I can very much feel organically when it's time to cut off a reading, but that's how connected you two are. And it's really only you at this moment. And remember, don't make anything fit, but if you've been here this long and all of what I'm stating is matching, you're the only one that can really close the door to this. And they're waiting for you to open it. The ball's in your court. So take your time, but remember, they make me say is, remember how you felt when you were always questioning. Remember how you manifested this person into your life, and they are here for further growth. And accept that they are going to treat you right. You're going to be roller coaster buddies. You're going to still take it the pace that's correct for you because it's collective. But if you want this, they want it. That's what I got for y'all today. And if you go to my website, which is linked in all my social media platforms, you can go ahead and request a reading and or service Viva there. There's a My Services tab at the top. You click on that. It's going to pull up and show you everything you can currently receive from me. Underneath every option, there's a book a reading button. Okay, you click that button, it's going to all prompt you to the same exact page where you're going to put your name, your email, the topic at hand for why you're requesting your reading or service. So if you're requesting a general reading, a deep dive reading, a soul uniting session, an apprenticeship interview, etc. And underneath that, there's a brief description box where I'd ask you to further explain why you're contacting me, for what service, etc. You want a deep dive reading? Well, it's a love deep dive reading. You're wanting an apprenticeship interview? I would ask you to explain to me what you're wanting to learn from me. A brief description stating, aka, I want to learn spiritual alchemy. I want to learn tarot, etc. Then you would press send, and I would message you back via email, and we would continue our conversation from there. That is the only way to contact and receive a reading from me. I do not go and explain or further try to message people asking if they want readings or discuss any details about getting a reading with me from anywhere except my website connected to my email. And my email is contact@offprintmint.com. That is what I have for y'all today. And I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.